Hey, welcome back. Session 5 of Mindfulness for Real Estate Professionals. How's it going? All right, last week we went over listening and listening from love and compassion and noticing what we already have in our listening and giving that up. And I'm interested in how mindfulness has made a difference for you in that. Everybody talks about, every coach, every training, every sales training talks about communication is the critical aspect. We're in a relationship business and communication is everything. And we have script practice and objection handling and what exactly to say. That's all fine and good, but we have two ears and one mouth, as the saying goes. Listening is the key component, and actively, mindfully listening works. So you want to keep practicing that, right? And that's sort of where we're headed today is um, practicing mindfulness in daily activities. So we listen every day, or certainly we have the opportunity to listen every day, practicing intentionally listening to the people that's speaking to us, our families, our friends, our clients, our agents, being able to exercise that muscle. And I keep saying it, it's important to remember that it's the frequency, it's the reps that matter. It's not the length of time that you practice. It's the number of reps you get in a day. Practicing little bits makes a difference. So we're going to bring up this entire world of practicing mindfulness in daily routines. Listening, things like that. Bring full attention to your work when you're doing your work, not multitasking. Multitasking is it's been demonstrated and proven through various scientific studies, sociological and scientific studies, that human beings are way less productive when they are multitasking. Multitasking, the word itself comes from the world of computer science, and really wasn't a thing until there were computers with multiple processors in them. Then a computer could multitask. One processor would work on one thing, another processor is working on another. You and I have one processor. It's not possible for us to multitask. What we're doing, what we call multitasking, is switching rapidly from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another. Except every time we switch, we lose productivity. And you and I both know that we have the attention span of a goldfish, if we're lucky. Being able to control our focus on one thing and bringing our full attention to that thing will not only increase our productivity, but our satisfaction and our peace of mind. That's what we're practicing this week in terms of bringing our mindfulness to our daily activities, slowing down, doing one thing, doing that completely, then moving on. Okay. Watch what happens as you do that. You'll expand your ability to focus on what you're doing. One hand, yay, it's great with your work. But another hand, really important with your family, your friends, that your clients feel heard, but that your family feels heard. Makes a big difference. You'll reduce your stress. You'll increase your calm. You'll increase the ability of having peace of mind inside what you're doing because you'll be just doing one thing and doing it completely. And how we're going to practice, where some examples you could practice: driving. We drive a lot. You can just focus on the sensation of the steering wheel in your hands. Turn off the podcast, turn off the audible, turn off the radio. Just listen to the hum of the road. Listen to the car. Feel the way the car feels, as you sit there. Feel the steering wheel. Notice the sights. Notice the sounds. Notice the sensations of driving without any distraction. That's just being mindful while you're driving. You could be mindful when you're showing properties. Look at what's happening when you're doing it. Listen to their reactions. Be with them. I don't have to tell you the standard advice of keep your phone in the car makes sense. You want to be with your clients, but do it with a new level of presence, a new commitment, a new intentionality to be fully there for them. Engage in active listening with them. When you're doing your paperwork, put your full attention on that. you may be like me, and we've done contracts thousands of times over the years. What would it be like to be in the presence of what this contract is saying? Be mindful while you're doing that. The other thing you can do is take mindful breaks. If you don't know, there's a habit tracker or a proven methodology for working called the Pomodoro method. It's 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. You can buy timers for that. There's apps. You can just time it. There's a website, but it's proven that if you can focus on something for 25 minutes and then take a 5 minute break and then come back to something for 25 minutes, it increases your effectiveness. It might work for you. I do it. You do 4 sessions of 25, 5, 25, 5, 25, 5, and then the last one is 25, and you take a 20-minute break. So 2 hours get accomplished with those kind of schedule. But the thing I'm particularly recommending here, or the thing I really want you to look at, is those break times. Have those 5 minutes, whatever you do, whether you do Pomodoro method or not, take 5 minutes to really go stand outside on the grass, or go really be with your cup of coffee, smell it, taste it, flavor. Take an intentional break, not just scrolling. An intentional nothing break. Sit with your eyes closed and breathe for 5 minutes. You have a commitment to practice 10 minutes a day? Good. Do 2 of those 5 minute breaks. Easy, right? All right. So that's the formal, like just sitting for 10 minutes is formal. Informal mindfulness practices are what we just discussed. Informal is just moment to moment to moment, bringing ourselves back to the present moment with no judgment, intentionally. The 10 minutes set aside, great. You can do that as part of your 20-minute break, or put your 5-minute breaks together. But you could also take just little teeny informal breaks throughout the day. It makes mindfulness more accessible and practical. And the joy of it is, really the bonus of it is it amplifies the formal work that you're doing. And you'll find before very long that being present and available and in the moment is way more enjoyable and way easier to get to than you had imagined, or that it was 5 weeks ago when we started. So I'm encouraging you to practice your mindfulness during the day multiple times. Keep poking holes in the veil between you and life. If you want, choose a daily activity. Today, I'm going to be mindfully driving. Today, I'm going to mindfully do my contracts. Today, I'm mindfully going to show houses. Okay. Whatever you do, make sure you reflect in your journal any perception of changes, stress, what you want to just take the 15 minutes a day. The meditation this week is also daily activity kind of stuff, walking and eating meditation. So there's 2 meditations to choose from. Break those up. Do one day, another day, but they'll give you access to how to integrate mindfulness into your daily life. Those are formal practices. Walking and eating, those 2 meditations could be part of your formal practice, but they will inform your informal practice. Okay. And next week, we're going to go to work on managing stress. Anyone like stressed? You are. We get it's a stressful job. So next week is all about managing stress. So this week, walking and eating, part of the formal, integrate the daily practices. And we'll see you next week.